In this video, we're gonna talk about autocatalytic production of ethylene, specifically on plants and fruits. What is ethylene? Ethylene is a gaseous plant hormone that plays an important role in inducing the ripening process of many fruits and for the production of more flowers and fruit together with other hormones and signals. So ethylene plays an important role in the growth of plants and the ripening of its fruits, including the production of flowers. Ethylene C2H4 is a small hydrocarbon which is colorless and odorless. This gaseous phytohormone that is produced by plants has various valuable applications in the agricultural industry. It can be both beneficial and harmful because it promotes and inhibits plant growth and development at various stages in a plant's life. It is, however, best known for its ripening effect on fruit. So it can be harmful or beneficial. For example, the beneficial effect of ethylene is it induces the plant growth, whereas its harmful effect is that it makes the fruit to become more susceptible to pathogens as it ripens. The following are some of the important uses of ethylene. Number 1, it regulates a number of physiological processes and hence is used as a plant growth regulator. So it is a factor in the growth of plants. That's why it's used to regulate its growth and other physiological functions of plants. Number 2, ethylene lamps are used for color development and ripening of fruits such as bananas and mango, and also apple, etc. Number 3, it induces the feminizing effect in plants. Feminizing effects such as the production of female flowers in plant and inducing of fruits. It is also applied to rhizomes, tubers, and seeds to induce early sprouting in them. So as what I have said, ethylene induces the plant growth of plants. So it is used as an inducer to sprout the rhizomes, tubers, and other seeds. It is used also for thinning excess flowers and young fruits such as walnuts, cherry, and cotton. So thinning of excess flowers is the natural detachment of flowers and also young fruits in order to permit other fruits to grow more rapidly. So what are the functions of ethylene? Number 1 is growth. Ethylene stimulates horizontal growth and the swelling of the axis. It inhibits the growth in the longitudinal direction. Number 2 is gravity. It reduces the sensitivity to gravity. The stems become positively geotropic and the leaves and flowers undergo drooping or the bending of stems towards the ground due to gravity. Number 3 is senescence. It speeds up the senescence of flowers and leaves, or what we call the loss of cells' power of division and growth. So if the cells undergo senescence, it loses its ability to reproduce because it does not have more power to grow anymore. And abscission. Ethylene stimulates the abscission of flowers, leaves, and other parts of plant. Abscission means the natural detachment of flowers and leaves from the plant. This is what we call the process of thinning. Flowering. Ethylene induces flowering in plants like pineapple, mango. In some plants, it also causes fading of flowers. Next is the ripening of fruit. Ethylene induces artificial ripening of climacteric fruits such as banana, mango, apple, etc. Breaking dormancy. It breaks the dormancy of seeds, or it breaks the inactive state of seeds inducing the growth of the buds and storage organs. And lastly, the apical dominance, which it prolongs dormancy of lateral buds and promotes apical dominance. Or in other words, it permits the main stem to dominate over the apical or the side twigs or side stems of the plant. Example of this is the pine trees and sunflower. What is autocatalytic process? It is a chemical reaction process in which the product becomes a catalyst for the process. This means that the product of the reaction reacts on its own to produce the same reaction. Autocatalytic production of ethylene is a production in which the ethylene reacts to produce another ethylene. It means that when an ethylene production, it reacts to other substance in order to produce another ethylene. Fruit ripening patterns. So we have two patterns in fruits. We have climacteric and non-climacteric. Fruits are generally divided into two. In general terms, climacteric fruits can ripen after harvest, whereas non-climacteric fruits cannot ripen after harvest. You can see on the graph shown that the ethylene amount of non-climacteric fruits doesn't increase after harvest. Therefore, it does not have the capability to ripen after harvest. Whereas we can observe in the climacteric fruits rather that the ethylene amount after harvest increases, resulting to the induce in the ripening process of the fruit. Climacteric fruit ripening is characterized by an increased rate of respiration and then a burst of ethylene biosynthesis during ripening. The production of ethylene in climacteric fruit is also shown in the autocatalytic. It's also known as autocatalytic, which means an initial concentration of ethylene causes an increase in production of ethylene. In non-climacteric fruits, these are fruits that have a different ripening pattern. They do not have a peak of ethylene production or respiration during ripening. Thus, they need to be harvested when they are fully ripe. Some examples are raspberries, oranges, strawberries, grapes, cherries, lemons, peppers, and cashews. Impact of ethylene on fruits. There are three main impacts of ethylene on fruits. Number 1, plant growth. Fruits become more susceptible to pathogen attacks as the amount of ethylene increases. Number 2, the ripening of fruit. It induces the ripening process and promotes biosynthesis in climacteric fruits. Once the ethylene is produced, the ripening process starts and the production of ethylene grows faster once it is produced. And number 3, shelf life and storage capacity. It decreases the shelf life of fruits and decreases the storage capacity of fruits. So as the fruit ripens, it becomes more susceptible to pathogens, therefore decreasing the shelf life of the fruit. And also, as the fruit ripens, its flesh becomes softer, therefore you cannot store it on high levels. That's why it decreases the storage capacity of fruits. That's all. Thank you. Hola!